Moving goods across Africa can be really tough for businesses. It is often slow, costly, and makes people feel frustrated. Roads are hard, routes can be tricky, and sometimes it feels like there is too much standing in the way. But despite all this, there is a big chance for growth and change. Many people are working hard to make trade in Africa smoother and more successful.
Welcome to Can Media Group, where we dive into the heart of the continent's most pressing issues, from politics and culture to innovation and identity. Africa's story, untold and unafraid. Join our conversations, share your thoughts, and let's shape the narrative together. Subscribe now and hit the notification button to know about our latest updates. Be part of the African story.
Africa is often described as a land of immense wealth sitting on endless potential, from oil in Nigeria to cocoa in Ghana, from diamonds in Botswana to technology hubs in Kenya. The continent is rich, yet when it comes to trading with itself, Africa is stuck in first gear. In fact, less than 15% of African trade happens between African countries, compared to nearly 70% in Europe. Why is a continent so connected by history and culture, so disconnected in commerce? The answer begins with history. During colonial times, Africa's economies were built as pipelines to Europe. Colonies produced raw materials, cotton, cocoa, gold, and shipped them across the ocean, not across borders. Railways and routes were led to ports, not to neighboring towns. Today, those colonial trade patterns still echo loudly. If you have ever tried driving across an African border, you will understand the problem. Poorly maintained highways, missing rail networks, and limited air cargo routes make cross-border trade a logistical nightmare. It is often cheaper to import goods from China than to set them across a border just 200 kilometers away. Tariffs, paperwork, and red tape. Even when goods reach the border, they face another enemy: bureaucracy, multiple tariffs, endless paperwork, and custom officers who see opportunity in extra fees all inflate costs. Businesses trying to move goods across Africa often find the process slow, expensive, and discouraging. 54 markets, not one. Africa is home to 54 countries, each with its own currency, regulations, and trade policies. Instead of a single massive marketplace, businesses face a patchwork of rules. For a trader, selling to Africa feels like selling to 54 different worlds. A weak manufacturing base. Here lies another truth. Many African countries simply don't produce the things their neighbors need. Most export raw materials and import finished goods. That means African economies often compete rather than complement each other. Until Africa builds stronger industries, it will remain dependent on outsiders. Politics of division. Politics doesn't help either. Border disputes, insecurity, and fragile governments make regional cooperation fragile. Even when leaders sign trade agreements like the African Continental Free Trade Area AfCFTA, implementation is painfully slow. Some countries protect their markets out of fear of losing revenue, choking the very integration that could make them stronger. The promise of AfCFTA, still there is hope. The AfCFTA, if fully implemented, could create the world's largest free trade area, covering 1.3 billion people. It could cut tariffs, harmonize regulations, and unlock billions in growth. But this promise depends on political will and real investment in infrastructure. Breaking the chains. Africa doesn't lack potential. It lacks connection. Until roads, rails, and policies link its nations as tightly as history and culture do, Africa will keep sending its wealth overseas while struggling to trade at home. The day Africa learns to trade with itself is the day it truly takes charge of its economic destiny. Do you ever think Africa will learn to trade within itself? Do you think they will create more barriers to trade? Do you think that these countries will unite to trade as one, other than trading as 54 countries? Let's get your take at the comment section, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for more videos on this channel.